The world is filled with people who simply float with the current. They wake up, perform their prescribed roles, and go to sleep only to repeat this cycle tomorrow. They are neither villains nor heroes. They simply exist. But inside you, there is something more than mere existence. Inside you sleeps a power capable of changing your own destiny. When I say be who others have not been, I'm not calling for ostentatious rebellion. I'm talking about a profound decision to reject mediocrity. Mediocrity is the most terrible disease of our time. It imperceptibly affects consciousness, convincing us that normal means sufficient. But what is normal? It's merely a statistical majority. It's not a criterion of truth or a measure of value. Revolutionary changes in human history have never been the result of following norms. They have always been the result of actions taken by those who dared to think and act differently. Listen, in a world where everyone strives to fit into the system, the most radical act is to create your own coordinate system. This means defining what has genuine value for you and what represents merely externally imposed expectations. To be who others have not been means first knowing your true self beneath the layers of social masks, under the weight of others' expectations. Most people go through life not knowing who they really are. They only know who they should be according to others. True power comes when you tear off these masks, when you honestly look at your fears, desires, values, when you acknowledge your weaknesses but don't allow them to define your boundaries, when you take responsibility not just for your actions but for your thoughts. You see, ordinary people react to life. The extraordinary create it. They don't wait for the right moment. They create that moment. They don't ask permission to change their lives. They make the decision and act. We live in an era of possibilities, but most people see only obstacles. They say the competition is too fierce. All niches are occupied. It's too late for me to start. This is the language of mediocrity, the language of excuses. The truth is that obstacles don't exist to stop you. They exist to stop others. They are a filter that weeds out those who don't want it enough. Those who truly burn with desire find a way to overcome any obstacle. Exceptionality begins with the decision to live by your own standards. If your standards are higher than commonly accepted ones, you automatically rise above the crowd. If you demand more from yourself than others demand, you will inevitably achieve more. The question isn't whether you have potential. Everyone has potential. The question is whether you're willing to pay for its realization with time, energy, comfort. Whether you're ready to endure the pain of transformation. To be who others have not been means to act when others merely discuss. It means getting up an hour earlier, leaving an hour later. It means doing one more set, reading one more book, spending one more sleepless night. It means taking risks when others choose safety. I know what I'm talking about. The path of exceptionality is a path of solitude. Your loved ones won't understand you. Your colleagues will criticize you. Your friends will envy you, and that's normal. This is the price paid by everyone who dares to rise above average. But solitude is not a sentence. It's a temporary state. As you grow, you will attract those who share your values, those who speak your language, those who see the world through the prism of possibilities, not limitations. The key decision you must make today is to become the architect of your destiny, not its victim. It's the decision to acknowledge that your life is the result of your choices, not circumstances. Look at your life now. Every element in it is the result of decisions you made or didn't make. Your physical condition, your relationships, your financial situation, your skills, all these are consequences of your choices. Exceptionality requires exceptional self-discipline. It requires the ability to say no to instant pleasures for the sake of long-term victories. It requires action when you don't feel like acting. It requires unwavering faith in your path, even when results aren't visible. We live in a society of instant gratification. Everyone wants results now. But real achievements take time. They require constancy. They require the ability to move towards your goal day after day, week after week, year after year, even when there's no external confirmation that you're on the right path. Every great success began with a decision not to give up when everyone around said it was impossible, a decision to continue when common sense demanded to stop. A decision to believe in your vision when no one else believed. To become who others have not been, you must develop immunity to the opinion of the crowd. You must understand, mass approval is often a sign of mediocrity. Revolutionary ideas always meet resistance, always. I want you to understand, being exceptional is a choice. It's not a gift of fate, not a genetic accident. It's a conscious decision that you make every day. Exceptionality requires the courage to face the truth, the courage to admit your mistakes, the courage to change when necessary, the courage to remain true to yourself when everyone around is betraying their values. The world is full of compromises, full of people who gave up their dreams for stability, full of those who traded freedom for security. But real security is not the absence of risk. It's the ability to handle risk. It's the inner strength that allows you to adapt to any circumstances. Do you know what distinguishes winners from everyone else? Not talent, not luck, not connections, but the ability to see opportunities where others see only problems. The ability to stay in the game when others give up. The ability to withstand the discomfort of uncertainty. To be exceptional means to make exceptional efforts the norm of your life. It means constantly expanding your comfort zone. It means challenging your limitations, not accepting them as given. Look at the area in which you want to succeed. What do most people do? And what do the few who have achieved exceptional results do? The difference is not in opportunities. The difference is in actions. Outstanding results require outstanding efforts, not temporary bursts of enthusiasm, but daily, methodical work. They require the ability to push beyond yourself when physical and emotional resources are exhausted. I want you to ask yourself, what am I willing to do that others are not willing to do? How far am I willing to go? What am I willing to give up? What am I willing to endure? Most are not willing to pay the price of exceptionality. They want results, but aren't ready for the process that leads to them. They want muscles, but aren't ready for the pain in the gym. They want financial freedom, but aren't ready for the discipline and risk it requires. To be who others have not been means accepting that your path will be incomprehensible to most. They will doubt your direction. They will criticize your methods. They will predict your failure. But you must understand, their doubts are projections of their own fears. Their criticism is a reflection of their own limitations. Their predictions are the result of their own worldview. Exceptional people surround themselves with those who raise the bar, not lower it. Those who believe in limitless possibilities, not inevitable limitations. Those who inspire by example, not infect with their pessimism. Face the truth. Your environment either lifts you up or pulls you down. There are no neutral relationships, and if you're serious about becoming exceptional, you may need to reconsider your circle of communication. Real power is not control over others, it's control over yourself, over your reactions, over your emotions, over your thoughts, over your habits. When you govern yourself, you govern your destiny. In a world of external distractions, focus is a superpower. The ability to deeply immerse yourself in a task without being distracted by the endless stream of informational noise. This is what separates the exceptional from the ordinary. Be honest with yourself. How many hours a day do you really work? Not just be present at work, but work. How much time do you spend on actions that actually bring you closer to your goals? And how much on meaningless informational fast food? Exceptionality requires exceptional concentration. It requires the ability to say no to everything that distracts you from the main thing. It requires the skill to filter out noise and focus on the signal. I want you to realize your energy is finite. Your time is limited. What you spend them on determines who you become. Every choice is an investment in a certain future. To be who others have not been means making a conscious choice every day. A choice that brings you closer to your vision. A choice based on your values, not momentary desires. Exceptional results require exceptional clarity. Clarity about what you want. Clarity about why you want it. Clarity about what you're willing to give for it. Most people have a vague idea of their desires. They rather know what they don't want than what they want. But you cannot build an exceptional life on negation. You must have a positive, clear vision, and this vision must be your own, not imposed by society, not inherited from parents, not copied from idols, yours, coming from the depth of your being, reflecting your unique combination of talents, passions, and values. The path to exceptionality always begins with honesty with yourself, with the willingness to look at yourself without filters, to see your strengths and weaknesses, your motives, your fears, your desires. Most people lie to themselves. They create a story in which they are victims of circumstances, a story in which their failures are the result of bad luck, not their choices, a story in which something always holds them back. Exceptional people take full responsibility. They acknowledge their life is the result of their decisions. Their successes and failures are consequences of their actions and inaction. Their emotional state is their choice, not a reaction to external circumstances. I urge you to accept this responsibility, not partially, not selectively, fully, for every aspect of your life. It's not easy. It requires courage, but it's the only path to genuine power. When you accept responsibility, you accept power. The power to change, the power to create, the power to transform your reality according to your vision. Exceptionality is the rejection of excuses, rejection of pretexts, rejection of shifting blame. It's the willingness to say, this is my life. I created it this way, and I can create it differently. You can start right now, not when you finish your education, not when you accumulate a certain amount, not when circumstances are ideal. Now, with what you already have. Exceptional results don't require exceptional starting conditions. They require an exceptional attitude, exceptional dedication, exceptional persistence. To be who others have not been means refusing to look for easy paths. It means accepting that greatness is born in overcoming, that character is formed in difficulties, that real growth happens beyond comfort. I want you to realize everything great is created through overcoming. Everything significant is achieved through struggle. Everything valuable requires sacrifice. The path of exceptionality is the path of a warrior. It's the readiness to fight for your vision, to fight against external circumstances, to fight with internal demons, to fight with doubts and fears, to fight when no one believes in victory. But it is in this struggle that you find your true self. It is in trials that you discover your true strength. It is by overcoming obstacles that you become who you are meant to be. Exceptional people don't wait for perfect conditions. They create them. Don't wait for motivation. They act, and motivation comes in the process. Don't wait for confidence. They take a step into the unknown, and confidence comes with experience. I urge you to take this step, to go beyond the known, to refuse mediocrity, to dare to be exceptional in a world that encourages conformity. This is your life, your only chance. Don't live it by someone else's script. Don't waste it on other people's goals. Don't exchange it for small pleasures and temporary benefits. Become who others did not dare to become. Create what others did not dare to create. Achieve what others considered impossible. This is the essence of true exceptionality. In refusing to obey limitations that others accept as given. In the willingness to go your own way, even if it is lonely and difficult. In the ability to see possibilities where others see only obstacles. The choice is yours, always has been and always will be. You can choose mediocrity or exceptionality, comfort or growth, safety or freedom. I urge you to choose the path of exceptionality, a path that will demand everything you have, but will also give you everything you are capable of receiving, a path on which you will become who others did not dare to become. The decision is yours, and the time to make it is now.